Well, I'm a bit late to the party, but better late than never. Hello, welcome to the Battle in Barrow Gaming. My name's Kev, and today we're going to have a sort of look at retrospective of Wrath of Ashardalon. This is a cooperative dungeon crawler game from Wizards of the Coast, based on their Dungeons and Dragons 4th edition rule set. This is now getting on to 10 years old. This one passed me by. Because when it came out, 4th edition D&D was out, and I really didn't like it. I didn't like the rules. It was just too something wrong with them. It was less role play, more action. But ironically, the rules really do lend themselves well to this. So I thought we'd have a retrospective about this. Wrath of Ashardalon is a dungeon crawl game by Wizards of the Coast, first released on the 15th of February 2011. The game was developed by Bill Slavacek, Mike Merles and Peter Lee, and was the second in a series of cooperative adventure board games, the first being Castle Ravenloft. Each of these games is designed for 1 to 5 players with multiple scenarios that can all be interconnected with each other, with the components being compatible between all games. Let's now have a look at the box and its contents. So yeah, we've sort of seen the box, what it looks like. Lovely colours, lovely artwork. Plunder the dungeons of Firestorm Peak at your peril. And I'm doing this, I just realised most of you probably already played this, seen it, know what's in it. I don't know. As I said, these are totally passed me by. I sort of became aware of them a few years back. I didn't pay attention to them. That's Castle Ravenloft, I think that was the first one, then this, then Legend of Dritz, and I think there's Temple of Elemental Evil and Tomb of Annihilation, sort of the more recent ones, slightly different packaging style box. I'm wondering if they're 5th edition, because they came out sort of 2015 and 17. Who knows? 42 plastic heroes and monsters, including a huge red dragon, so that's that, we'll have a look at that. 41 illustrated interlocking dungeon tiles, 9 illustrated hero and villain tiles, rulebook, adventure book, 200 encounter monster and treasure cards, 192 markers and tokens, 20 sided dice. Stones not included. What? Oh, I see. These. The presentation stones. Okay. Well, let's get into this. Okay. Let's open this bad boy up. Wow, that's easier said than done. There is some suction on there. Okay. Ooh. Rulebook. I've seen the rulebook. Let's have a... Wow, that is an interesting smell. Fume. Full colour. 16 pages. I imagine it's going to explain the rules. Well, it's a rulebook, Kev. What do you think it's going to do? Tell you how to bake a cake? Of course it's going to explain the rules. I do say the most stupid things sometimes when I'm doing these videos. I do apologise. Let's try and move that out of the way so we don't have that shadow there. Exploration phase, filling phase, movement, yada yada. And imagine this is all quite standard dungeon crawlery, but with a nice D&D 4E dressing. Cool, that looks pretty standard. Adventure book. Obviously, if you're going to plan to play this, I don't know, look away. Don't know. Who knows? Adventure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I mean, ooh, one of the pages stuck together. What has the packer been doing to this book? Not that exciting. Yeah, so this looks alright. Yeah. 13. Bizarrely, my lucky number. Players, your adventure's just getting started. Ooh, static. I got that. I own that. And I got a few other 4E things. I did used to have all the books, but I lent them to someone and then they sold them. So that was nice. But yeah, cool. So we're going to have a look at the tiles first, shall we? So get into them. I'm going to need a tool. Hold on. One of the best tools ever, this. It's a sculpting tool from GW from probably 20 years ago. Fantastic. Multi-purpose tool. Orc Shaman. Oh, I see. So what? Oh no, we've got. I was about to say, do we not have monster miniatures? We have. There's an Orc Shaman there. You probably can't see because the camera's glaring away. Alright, so what have we got here? Nice thick cardstock. That is what, 3mm thick? Let's have a look. Yeah, 3mm thick cardstock. Beautiful. So double-sided, but the tiles themselves aren't. They just got the back. So I'm imagining, whereas like Hero Crest, you'd have the deck of cards controlling the dungeon, pick a card, find a tile. This is just going to be shuffle these up, I reckon, something like that. The rules. So yeah. So what have we got here? This sheet, tile sheets 5 through 13 are under the holding tray. That's good. So I wouldn't have known that. So that means there's more tiles underneath all this, and I would have thought this would have been it. So that's nice. We got dazed condition, so that's cool. So you got these. You can only move or attack, not both. Discard this mark at the end of your hero phase. That's cool. So we've got some tokens here. Mirror image, armor class +2, Ashardalon, yeah. Some hit point counters down here. That's all rather groovy. The tiles, though, again, this is probably old news to people, are quite plain. You know, I don't know if they improve, but they're just quite plain. There's just this scorch mark, some doors, and I assume these are in-game elements. Cool, Dragon Lord. But I like it. Sometimes plain's not a bad thing. They're nicely decorated for what they are, for just plain tiles. Nice lighting effect, you can see there. Nice detail. Sometimes plain can work because it's all in the miniatures, I guess. This is a very miniature heavy game. Treasure, draw a treasure card. Okay, so there's those. I think what I'm going to do, though, I see, I've just a bit slow to the uptake. Of course, these are all the same size because if they are going to be, that's how you're going to pick them randomly. You don't want to know what you're getting. So even like a corridor is the same size as a room, it's the same size as T-junction, but you've got this black space here as a wall. But yeah, what I'm saying is I might, before we get into the good stuff here, should we have a look at the other set, which is, again, I feel a jump cut. Yeah, so by the looks of things, these are going to be all plain. Can live with that. So what's on the back of these? Oh, I see. So they're just treasure on the back. Blade barrier. Okay, so some things are double-sided. Hit point. I kind of like the hit point shields. I like those. Oh, I don't know. Horrid chamber. That's a bit different. Look at that. There is a little bit of difference between them. Place additional horrid chamber tiles next to all of this tile's unexplored edges. Ooh, so this will make up a bigger room? No. Oh, I see. No, I take it back. They're not all the same. Dire chambers have all loads of skeletons. The horrid chambers have this sort of litter and debris. Oh. So dire chambers, different colours as well. Large dire chamber. Okay. It's not major. Oh, no, the vault. Little table in there. Obviously, it's not Warhammer Quest sort of standard of details, but it is a bit better. Secure exit, ancient battlefield loads there. No, I'm impressed with that. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, the character sheets and stuff are on this chunky thick card rather than a flimsy card. Like that too. That's well done there. Yeah, a flying carpet. Yes. Fast gate ritual. I take it these are doors to add in. So who have we got? Haskin, Dragonborn Wizard. Don't like Dragonborns. As hero characters. Grumble. Old man prefers simple races in games. Quinn, human cleric. Caliph, elf paladin. Yeah, she looks cool. Tarek, half orc rogue. Half orc rogue? I suppose it's different from the standard halfling. Wow, 2010, so this is 10 years old. Wow, I'm so late to this party. Here we got Vistra, dwarf fighter, female dwarf. You don't see many of those, so hats off. Rage Drake, Crash, orc, storm shaman, and that. So I take it these are what, bosses? Yeah, villains, level 5 villains. These must be bosses. Looking good. Looking good. Ooh, what's this? Oh, I see. This is Ashardalon himself. Big sheet. Start tile, like that. Healing surges. I kind of vaguely remember them from 4E. Timer things, don't know. But that's the end of the cards. The tiles even. Miniatures. I kind of do want to go through and look at all the paper stuff before the plastic, the good stuff. So these have friendly seal tabs, which I can never get in because I don't have any nails. But hang on. Ooh. Take that back. So, encounter. So I'm just going to have a look at the back first. So we've got a load of encounters. Okay, cool. Utility power for wizard, utility power, daily power. Oh, this is all coming back, and that willpower, yeah. That's the wizard stack of toys, and then utility, daily, the rogue, and that will. Where's the utility? Why are these all split up? Are they leveled? What's the difference, guys? Why are these split up? I'm going to keep them in this order. I don't know, I think that one's just weirdly put on the bottom, so I'm going to put him at the top. If it is meant to be at the bottom, I should be able to figure that out later on. Got those. Paladin, utility, daily, at will, and utility at the bottom. I'm beginning to think that's meant to be there. It does. Wizard, do you have utility at the bottom? You do not. So, freaking me out. Fighter, utility, and yeah, random utility at the bottom. I can't see why. I don't understand why. Cleric, and you have a utility at the bottom. Just freaking me out, man. Stop that. So, let's have a look at some of the encounters. Not all of them. A gap in the armor, it's a curse. You are cursed. Place this card on your hero card as a reminder. You have a -4 penalty to armor class while this curse is active. That has a bit of, so, looking at it, there's probably no artwork here. They're quite plain cards. Yeah, so no artwork, just wording. But we have title, we have type, I'd imagine curse. What do we have? Curse is green, and the color coded environment. Event, yeah. Event, attack, yeah. So the color coded. So we have type of event it is. In this case, curse. Title, gap in the armor. A bit of flavor. So this one will be the last fight damaged your armor. You must spend the next few moments trying to repair it. And rules. Doesn't say how to get rid of a curse. I imagine that'll be just a general thing in the rules. So let's have a look at sort of one of each type. Environment, Dragon's Tribute. Ashardalon demands a tribute in gold from all those who take shelter under the mountain. If there is an environment card already in play, discard it. The environment card remains in play until a new environment card is drawn. That's interesting. I had these for my own rules for when I did a thing for Middle-earth SPG. When I did a dungeon crawl for that, I had environment cards for that. No, it wasn't. It was the event cards I did for that game. So I wanted event cards, and I had environment cards that stayed in a way, and they were really annoying. Anyway, sidetrack. Event. Ancient Spirit's Blessing. An Ancient Dwarf Spirit assists you on your quest to rid man of evil. Cool. And we have some attack ones, so they've got some stats here. So they look like they're sort of more traps than sort of monsters, I guess. Entire mountain. So this is event, attack, earthquake. The entire mountain shakes and rumbles. Each hero plus 6 attack, damage 2, and dazed. Miss 1 damage. Discard. So that's those. That's cool. All right. Do we want to have a look on these? See what these are like. So only artwork you really get on these is the picture of the back on the corner, just to easily see who it belongs to. And see, these are just going to be the character skills. I imagine they're all somewhat similar. Like shield, yeah. So that's what they are. That's cool. Can live with that. What's in the other pack then? Let's have a look, shall we? To these stacky bits of plastic. So what we got? Oh, what? Okay, start with this one. So sequence of play, handy little reference things to give to each player. Let's start on this side. So how many you get? Imagine you get 5, as it's for 5 players. Yep. So on your turn, complete these phases in order: hero phase, exploration phase, villain phase. Wait, what? Hang on. So if you have 2 players or 2 heroes, if I play a solo, I'm probably going to have 2 heroes. That means my first hero goes hero phase, exploration phase, villain phase. Then my next hero goes hero phase, exploration, villain phase. So they're going to move twice in a turn. Okay, so it's hero phase, some stuff you can do. Flip over. If you didn't place a tile during your exploration phase, or if you place a tile with a black triangle, draw it. Wow. So this is seems like quite a rush game. Look at all the paint I've got on my fingers. Should have washed my fingers for this. Yeah, so what I'm saying, so there's no time for dilly-dallying. You are constantly on the move, because if you don't explore, effectively get a dungeon tile, you get in a card, an encounter going on anyway, and so yeah, I don't know, I haven't read the rules. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that's cool. So I like those sequence play boons. Alright, so what we got sort of thing here again? No art, just wording, type, title, flavour, rules. That's alright, we can live with that. Do you need art all the time in these things? I like a bit of art, but this does cut down to the chase. It is just, come on, what have we got here? So, we've got some more encounter cards. Should they be in the other deck? I think so. So adventure, so what are these then? Okay, so these are just sort of NPC types of things, I'd imagine. Yeah, these are like NPC cards, stats and stuff for an NPC, and rules for, I don't know, different adventures. Different adventures probably ask you to take Brandis card and have that in play. That's cool. Excuse me. You know why I'm yawning. No, okay. These are encounter cards, but adventure encounter cards. So that's why they're separate. You can see that. Yeah, so the Vast Gate Flares. So I'm going to put these with the adventure underneath. So I'm imagining you shuffle these into the encounter deck. Who knows? I'll find out when I read the rules. Chamber cards. So what do these just describe the different chambers? Do these add flavour to the otherwise? Okay, yeah, I imagine they would. They're going to add flavour to them. Helps fine. So I'm slightly off camera, so I'm leaning on my desk like that. Yeah, so let's have a reader one. Orc Clan Lair. Place the Orc Storm Shaman on any chamber tile. Starting with the active hero, each player draws a monster card, places a monster on the chamber tile. Wow! Gold, destroy the Orc Storm. So these like little mini adventures, I guess. Side quests. I'm imagining. Treasure. Is this deck all gonna? Oh, there's a. Is that? I think that's a proper. At the bottom, there's just an encounter card. There's some encounter cards at the bottom of this deck, and these just look like standard encounter cards. They're just traps. So I don't know. Sort it out, cards. Sort it out. Yeah, going back to the artwork, what do you think of? Do you need artwork in games? Is it important? Or can you live without it? Because this definitely doesn't have artwork. I mean, a magic sword, you could fit something in there. But then, this one here, you couldn't. So, is it necessary? We just got some magic items here. And some standard items, I'm guessing. With your healing. Vorpal sword! Yay! Still got those. Monster cards. Surely these have got art on. Yeah, they do. So we have a little cave bear picture. Druid God. Yeah, so these have a little bit of artwork on. Not great, not amazing, but it's there. All the important stuff. Tactics. I don't want to look at these too much. I want to see the miniatures, which we'll do now. So yeah, let's I'll pack these away and we can start looking at the miniatures. That's probably what we're all here for. Alright, got this bag here. Let's get into it. Adaptable tool is needed. I imagine this is going to be your standard board game, soft plastic stuff. They do come. Oh, I see there. Colour coded in more bags. So let's have a look at the heroes first, shall we? In fact, I think, hold on, we need to get a bit more up close and personal for this. I don't know why I'm saying these are the heroes. They could not be. These could be the heroes, but they look more monstrous. And these look like there are 5 in there, so they are. So we have a female dwarf. Female dwarf fighter, yeah, it's the soft bendy plastic, and this one's already looks like it's going to snap off already. Well, it's not as soft as say modern day gaming, but you know, softer to what I'm used to. I think I may have to turn off autofocus. Okay, so there we go. So that's a female fighter. A shield, fair amount of detail on it. Some sort of animal skin on the back. Wonky warhammer. Yeah, quite like that. Don't see many of those. Who are picking up next? Who are you? You are Quinn, human cleric. Just so you know, they've got the who it is on the bottom. Imagine that is the symbol for what box it comes from, because the games are all interchangeable. You can mix all the components up in them, which is cool. So he's got some sort of well, he's going for some sort of pickaxe scythe type thing. He's got a weird bit of moulding on his thing, but his face, it's not too bad detail. I like that. What we got here? We have Turk, half orc rogue, crossbow, leather armor, stiletto type blade there, quite thin. Cool. Caliph, elf paladin, already my favourite. Love an elf. Look at those baggy trousers she is wearing. Are they baggy trousers? No, they're not. That's back of something. She hasn't got baggy trousers from here. Looks like she's a fan of MC Hammer. And yeah, so that's your female paladin, healthy person, and Haskin, Dragonborn wizard. There you go. He's a dragon. He's born. He's a wizard. Dragonborn wizard. Cool. Next, let us do the light grey. What's in the light grey? I've gone everywhere. Oh, let's do that little small thing first. Who are you? You're Merrick, Kobold Dragonlord. Oh, I love a kobold. This was the era when they looked more reptilian. When I first started playing, and a lot of the models I bought back in the day, they were more canine, more like furless dogmen. So, yeah, cool. We have Little Beholder. His name is Bellax Graph. Bellax, Little Beholder. Oh, look at him. Oh, compared to the hero. Oh, bless. That's smaller than my 80s beholders. He's the little beholder that could. So these must be like the villains, I guess. Yeah, Crash Orc Shaman. That's cool. I like that. That's Orky. That's Shaman-y. It's got some sort of fur skin thing going on. I like that. And a bendy sword. Yeah, like that. Cool. And who's the last one? Is going to be the Druid Captain in the Margraf. Ah, yeah. I'll tell you what, for even though it's bendy plastic, detail on him is lovely. You can see all these frown marks on his face. Probably can't because auto zoom is turned off. Lovely cloak coat with wrinkles in. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with those. They're quite nice detail. Let's have a look in the next lot. So yeah, quite pleased with this so far. There's a lot to paint here, of course. What we got? This dark grey set. So I imagine you're just a Druid guard. Shield there. Tattered cloak. So yeah, it's got a fair amount of detail on these. So I imagine, yeah, you can imagine there's going to be a few doubles here. So we've got 3 of those. Yeah, 3 of those. Yeah, that's a good model. I like that. So who are you? Orc Archer. He certainly is. Holding a bendy arrow. Bit of flash on it. I don't know if I'd ever worry too much about getting that off. It'd be very difficult when it's bendy. Look, see how hard this would be. This would be the greatest mistake I've ever made. Actually, watch me snap a bendy arrow off. Don't know. He holding more than 1 arrow, because here it looks like he is. I think he's holding more than 1 arrow, so probably not going to worry too much about flash and that. I tend not to go too overboard on board games with my models. Bit of a clean up if possible. Like here, maybe. I can see that in there. A bit of flash. I might try and do that, but how? Cool. Knocking the camera. How doable is it? I'm going for not very. Not very. So yeah, try and do my best with them. Okay. Next up, who are you? You look like a bugbear. You're not. You're an orc smasher. So it's just because of the beard. I thought bugbear. But you're an orc smasher. Chainmail. Probably chainmail. A bit more heavy armoured, and definitely going to be smashing for some things in that morning star. Cool. What should we go for next? Let's go for this box. Bag. There's some big things in here. Snake. So it's a fairly big snake. Not something you'd want to meet in a darkened dungeon. Very nicely detailed. I'd probably paint them slightly different colours each one. Bit of a thing there to get rid of. Minor tidy up. This feels more. This is more solid plastic than the others. It feels heavier. We got priesty monkey cultist, human cultist. It's not as the whole thing on the other colours feels like you can sort of bend the entire model, whereas this feels a bit more that sort of softer plastic, and this is, I don't know, different material, coloured materials perhaps affected differently, but that's just interesting to know. So 3 cultists, Devil Dude, Legion Devil, still bendy. 3 of these, so interesting design and shield, hooves, and a whippy tail. Whip crash when he's whippy tail. Cool, 3 of those. Next thing, which is a Rage Drake. Okay, that's weird. Here it's sort of one piece, and there it's like it's been put on separate. Is his head separate? I don't know how that's worked out. Rage Drake. There we go. Next up, this lighter red here, sort of bigger miniatures. Ooh, these come in their own little holders. So what we got? We've got some small things in here and some big things. We have a Kobold Dragon Shield. That's just more kobolds. So again, these little sort of lizard variants of kobolds, always good to have kobolds. And was there some sort of gibbering malfa? Okay, I thought it was going to be a slime or a mold or a ooze, but gibbering malfa. 3 of those. Oh, bear. Cave bear. They have a cave bear. No, they have 3 cave bears. Yeah. Hello, what are you doing here? Well, I'm a bear and this is a cave. I don't know, I was thinking, what do you think of him over there? Hello. What am I doing? Let's have a look at these things. That's so cool, they're in their own separate boxes. These are beaky brains. Beaky brain tentacles. Grell was there. Quite unusual to have Grell in a game. But we have Grell. We have 3 Grell. So that's nice. And I think I've never had any Grell models before. And then we have this thing here, which is called an Otia. Don't even remember these from D&D. Very Lovecraftian. What's that thing? Oh, goodness. I can't remember what it's called. So pretend I told you what it is and just go, yeah, that does remind me of that, Kev. Alright. So you only have 1 of those, so I imagine that's a big dude. But there's one more to open. The dice. Let's have a look at the dice. Stab, stab, stab. Tear, tear, tear. Come here, dice. 19. Average age of a Vietnam soldier. No, 19. And this is Ashardalon, the Red Dragon. This is the bad boy himself. Slightly, I quite like the fact the wings are flexible. Looks like a D&D Red Dragon from the era. Not wrong with that. Beautifully posed. Kind of do like that. Good to have a good dragon. I'm a big fan of dragon models. A fan of dragon models. Yeah, so I normally like trying to paint all my models before playing, But you know, that is, you get a lot of models in this game for the amount of money I've paid. There's £44 I paid for this, and you're getting all that plastic, including a big bad boy. So I'm probably gonna paint it over the next year. Because I'm still painting Battle Masters, still painting Warhammer 5th edition, still painting models I've had since the 80s. Yeah. The game is based upon the much maligned 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons and plays very much like a cut down version of those rules. Now, as I said, whilst I didn't like the rule set for an RPG experience, they really lend themselves perfectly to a combat focused dungeon crawl experience. The game could be described as roguelike dungeon crawler due to the randomly generated dungeon that each quest has. Speaking of quests, there are 13. The first 2 are introductory ones, with the first being designed purely for solo play. The second is an introductory for like a group adventure, and the rest can be played independently, but they do sort of link up to form a narrative story. The 13th is a campaign and actually consists of up to 14 scenarios, focusing on your hero searching out the dragon, but may meet other villains along the way, facing many varied scenarios. I think this is a great idea. It's really simple, with the rules only taking up 1 page, and whilst it is not deep, it is really quick and easy. The rules are designed to constantly keep the players moving with no time for meandering. If a player doesn't turn over a new dungeon tile, then an event card is played, and these are hardly ever good for them. This pushes the players to constantly move forward, so that a gaming session never lasts too long, which is nice. Whilst the game didn't have any expansions, all the games in the cooperative adventure series can be combined using components, characters and monsters from each. The games in the series are Castle Ravenloft, released on the 31st of August 2010, Wrath of Ashardalon, The Legend of Dritz, which was released on the 18th of October 2010, The Temple of Elemental Evil, released on the 29th of April 2015, and The Tomb of Annihilation, released on the 18th of October 2017. Wizards put out a PDF called The Servants of the Thunder Shaman, and that had 3 adventurers that used the components from this and Castle Ravenloft. This is still available from the Wizards website, and I'll put a link to it in the description. There's also a series of special promotional monster cards. The one that came out for this was the Kobold Champion. The nice thing about all these games is that they are still in print and can be picked up brand new from stores, although I don't know how much longer, as the original 3 are getting on in age now. Yeah, so hopefully in time you might see this on the channel. I'm going to probably paint up the miniatures. I've already played all solo games with each of the characters, and so I've got a feel on how each character works, and it works really well as a solo game. I dare say, whilst it says it's cooperative, you could control 2 characters or 3 characters as a solo experience, and it will work perfectly fine. So I may record a game of this in the near future, but as for this, that's it. Thank you for watching, guys. Please like, share, comment, and all that stuff that just really helps the channel out. I really appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time to watch this, and until the next video, guys, please take care.